bring them for me. So anytime it gets canceled.
Everybody's sort of here. They're kind of wandering in actually this evening. Welcome, everybody, to Dragonhearth Live. We're here at Mythos Games again this evening. Who knows what's going to happen this evening? Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen this evening. It's nice to have you with us here this evening. Are you online here?
I do believe so.
Oh, good. So anyway, Laura's watching and monitoring the chat this evening, and the regular crew is here with us for our Skyriders adventure. My goodness, this evening anything could happen, and probably will. I'm Tracy Hickman. This is Laura Hickman.
I'm Laura
Yes, she
Hickman.
is.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat.
Okay. She'll be watching the chat intently. It's kind of like, you know, when she's on texting and
I always want to be like Miss Julie with Romper and say, hi, Deja, hi, Chief, hi, Byron.
oh, that's good.
You know,
But no,
because I
you
need the
remember
mirror.
Romper.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
My magic mirror.
That's right. We're going to see how far we get tonight because we're about to go on summer hiatus. I do believe. That's because everybody's busy. Come on.
We have,
busy.
well, I don't know, we have like books to finish.
Oh yeah, we have like several books to finish. Oh, I'm sorry. It is. You're right. It's about you. But we have things to share tonight. Yes.
Hi, Ricky. I'm just saying hi to people.
You just say hi to people, honey. It's okay. The first thing we wanted to share this evening is actually a cool thing from Skyriders Laura. We got this from Kim Boring today, so we thought we'd share it with you here. This is the actually the first rendering of our aeroship. Using the STL file, from the STL files actually that you get or as part of the Kickstarter that we did. And so we have our first ship built. And this is held together by magnets.
Yes, which is really cool.
Yes, it's held together by many, many magnets, and all of the decks come apart so that you can use each of the decks. That demonstrated there beautifully.
Oh, they love the ship.
You broke our boat. I broke it.
Broke the boat. You broke the ship.
Actually, what's really cool is if you want to do like different things on different decks, you can take the parts off.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Nope, that one doesn't pop up.
Oh, it does too. It's just-
It does.
Yes.
There's a deck plate there that.
It's a deck plate.
Yeah. It's very modular.
Popping
That's
off
right.
is easy,
So,
popping
yeah.
back is something else.
There you go.
That's right.
But it's nice because you can set decks apart so that some people are here on this deck, but other people are down here. So you can
You can take it apart.
take it apart and just have everybody kind of running around at different parts of the ship.
Yeah, and truthfully, I mean, it's built this way so that you can, it's built this way so that it can be printed on a regular 3D printer machine, right? However, that being said, in gameplay, I would probably, rather than use the magnets to hold each of the decks together, I'd probably just go ahead and glue the whole length of the deck
Each day.
together.
And then just stack them.
And then
That's a good
just
idea.
stack them with the magnets so they can come apart and you can have a separate deck separate.
But when we crash this ship, we will be able to.
That's true. And you have often want to do that during the course of the game. In this case, it could be like, when I was a kid, we had like these little cars that you could run together and they would that explode into all their little parts. You could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that. Also, just so you know, there is actually one more deck underneath this. It's not a deck, but there's another set underneath it. The keel and the deep rudder, and all of this sits on a stand.
Cool.
So it will be lovely. And yes, I didn't bring any of the masts of the yards for it,
But there will be.
but there will be.
I'd be fascinated to know if this was Kim's possibly most ambitious design project.
It actually was. She said that this was the largest and most ambitious design project that she's done. And she, as you know, she's done quite a few.
She did such a beautiful job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So we're very excited actually to get that out there and occupy many of your days of printing. This really awesome and magnificent ship. The other thing we have apparently today is, what else we got over here?
Yes.
The new second edition XDM.
That's right.
Yes, because of course every role-playing game has to have a second edition.
Absolutely.
So this is XDM second edition that was just really out and shipped. That's did that with Curtis, my son Curtis, and Howard Taylor. So that's out there.
And yes, and thanks to Sandra Taylor for putting it all together, because without her, it just wouldn't happen.
That's quite true. That's absolutely true. So,
Oh, Chief wants to know what XDM is.
Chief wants to know what XDM is?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That was a fantastic question.
It is.
That is an
Great
excellent question.
What is
Nice
it?
question, Chief.
It's a book.
It's a book. No, it's it actually is a book that it's actually a book that I did with Curtis, and it's kind of the culmination of everything that I know about how to run a good role-playing game. I used to give a seminar at Gen Con that was called "It Isn't Whether You Live or Die, It's How You Play the Game," and in which I said it's not, it's a role-playing character. You need to be heroic, you know. And none of this sit in the middle of the party stuff, you know.
Right.
Used to be at the end of the party until DMs figured that out and then they'd attack from behind. Yeah, no, none of this sit in the middle of the party, because the story of the character that has umpteen levels and the sword of kill everything and the armor impervious to nuclear blast is not an interesting character. So I did this book, and it has everything that over the years, everything that I've come to understand about how to design role-playing games, how to design role-playing modules, how to tell a story in role-playing modules, and also how to run a game that is exciting and interesting and fun for people. XDM is Extreme Dungeon Mastery, and Curtis came in and he applied his magician skills as well. So there's an entire section in the book about how to do actual magic during the game. Some of it gets a little dangerous. Anyway, so that's what XDM is, and you should be able to look that up online, I think. And
May I add something? There's also
yes, you may add.
there's also a rules light. Here, I'll put it in front of you.
Here, I got it.
There's also a rules light tabletop role playing game in the book as well.
Yes,
So there's quite a bit of information.
yes, it is in fact an actual game that you can play. The original version had both a basic and an advanced version of the game. We did simplify role-playing down considerably for those. The original game had one stat, and you just roll against one stat. The stat, yeah. The advanced version went up to 3. It was pretty complicated.
It was 3 times more complicated.
3 times more complicated. One might say 3 times more complicated. But in truth, one could argue it is factorially more complicated. But that's still probably just
Chief says, side note, armor protection against nuclear blast is weak against roaches.
Oh, good point.
That's actually
Yeah.
true, weak against cockroaches.
And we'll put that in.
It's kind of sad.
I think we will put that in. Do we have any questions from our friends at home here this evening?
Not so far.
Not so far? Excellent. Well, we'll be happy to answer those when we can. I think it's probably, we've got a lot of things to do this evening,
It
so
must be time.
it must be time for the,
Okay, I actually Okay, that one's ours because I lunged it. Okay. Who's gonna read
You can read it.
it? You read it.
Yes.
Probably the only one who can read it without glasses.
Should I just pull it out? Oh, that's it.
And the gamer's fortune for this evening is
You have a way of standing out in a crowd.
you have a way of standing out in a crowd.
That's not always fortunate
No,
for
that
a
actually
party.
very bad.
Especially for the thief.
Oh, that reminds me, I brought something.
Is it by virtue of the fact that we're flying over the country in a mythical ship
You really
that
do stand out.
is only heard of in legend?
Did we decide where we're going?
Here, I'll tell you what.
No, the ship is piloting under its own,
Okay,
under its own.
Doing this
Let's-
one now?
Yes, you should, wait a minute, you should.
Let's ask the viewers where we should go.
Are there any
Fortune is-
tiefling in the group?
No.
There was one at one time.
Oh, but
Yes.
they were thrown overboard?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
we lost him somewhere.
The
I'm sorry,
DMs
was I handed this for something?
Yeah,
I was handed this?
you were handed that.
What am I
Okay,
looking at here?
well, just a second.
Oh, sorry.
Tracy's fortune tonight, the DM's fortune is, you are next in line for promotion.
Oh, that's a good one.
Somebody's going up a little.
The DM.
You send that on the left side of the table, and you can have one too if you want.
Now, what is this?
Well, this actually is a section on, from our rule book on sojourners.
Oh, excellent.
So I thought maybe they would have some knowledge about sojourners.
You have had some interaction with them too so far, so here's what you know. Are we gonna have anyone read it aloud? So,
Heck no, it's long and complicated because it's a role-playing game and I wrote it.
Sojourners.
oh,
They're dead. You can play undead in Sky Raiders. That's awesome.
Well,
Well, specifically ghosts.
well,
Well, okay, all right. I mean, that's what I intuited it to be.
Non-corporeal.
hey, I
Yes.
want you to know, Deja says that I saw the answer to the question about sailing around the world, and it was very awesome.
oh, thank you,
I
yes.
hope this isn't foreshadowing.
Somebody today in the Kickstarter asked if they could do an adventure where the people, their group could sail around the world in 30 days.
Oh,
Interesting.
you can try.
Well, I said Magellan's expedition took 18 days short, no, 12 days, 14 days short of 3 years to sail around the world.
Yeah.
And Magellan didn't make it.
That's true.
He got halfway and that was it.
And the name of the guy who made it is
Juan Sebastian
Elkanah.
Elcano.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually is the guy who actually made it all the way around.
No one ever talks about him.
But nobody
in
talks
history
about
class.
him. It's like, oh, that Magellan guy, yeah, well, he died in the Philippines. I'm sorry.
Oh,
And they did it with, pretty much without maps, right?
they were
Yeah.
making the maps.
They were the map. But it did take them just shy of 3 years to make it all the way around.
That's what I
And
mean.
the technology of the aeroships is not too much different than that.
Well, all the
And,
ghosts on the ship have a totem city.
you got no maps.
Got no maps.
You got no maps. So, getting around the world in 30 days.
Well,
You could do it if you started
have a totem
very
somewhere
near
that we
the
need to
pole.
locate.
Oh,
Assuming that we
yeah.
know
You
this.
could count that, I suppose.
Which is circumnavigation.
I have considered that, yeah.
But not Phileas Fogg.
No, not focus.
Hey, why don't we?
So I'm glad you like the expedition.
It's a perfect thing.
So I
Yes.
think
Let us know.
this would be an
I'll save you the
appropriate
trouble. I'll
time
do
to
it.
start the game.
Why, yes. Actually, Chief has a suggestion. He says, just take the ship out for a walkabout. Let the winds dictate your next destination or gravity.
We know the answer to that already, actually.
Yes, we do know the answer to that, because we've tried that.
Yes. Gravity wins.
Gravity wins.
It does.
Oh, well then I guess we better actually play this game. So, it's time for the introduction.
behind the AC too much?
There's no happy medium. It doesn't matter what you try. It goes too hot or too cold. You have about 2.5 minutes of comfort zone.
Was
Then
it
you just blast
transitions?
into the other direction.
Whatever you need.
Do you want me to try and, Laura, do you want me to try and,
I'll do it.
You got it? Okay.
I'll go.
Laura, this is something with the thermostat. Trust me, if you do it at home, we're gonna do it here. It's a habit. Okay.
Chief asked his popcorn.
Chief Scotty's popcorn, excellent. Last time, as you remember. You remember last time? Been quite a while since
Yeah.
last time.
I feel like I remember last time.
Yeah, last time I believe you were on the gun deck.
He and I were up here. I'm on the wheel.
I slid forward all of us.
Yeah, you were trying to hold off the ghosts when you yelled, "Nose us down."
Take it down.
So I did dramatically.
Yeah, and everybody slid forward.
Everyone,
Yes.
tumbled to the front of the ship there. Those that weren't, I feel like some of you were
Below.
below deck.
You're in the
Messing with
cabin
things.
and what's your character's name? Oh no! You grabbed the compass.
Oh, yeah, you grabbed the compass.
Yeah, that's
You did?
sliding off the table.
I thought you
you
got
got it.
Yeah, we were down in
And
that
then-
room together.
That's right, the captain's cabin, and you
Yeah,
managed to get the
captain's
compass. Before everything broke loose
Yeah.
and slid back forward.
And then I righted the ship and then
That's
chastised the ghosts for there.
in transitions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
for their
very
churlishness specifically.
I'm
But
not
yeah.
entirely sure that the ghosts understand what intransigence is.
Well, I said churlishness. I said enough of this churlishness, but in trans.
Oh, well, they got churlishness, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Pirates get churlish all
We
the
do
time.
have a question. Hello, so did the ships have ballista or are they cannons?
Oh, well,
Yes, thank you. I have asked that question, and I feel like I've been ridiculed for asking that question.
They are not cannons per se.
but
There is a
they
gun deck.
look like cannons.
They look like cannons.
So what
They walk
are
like a
they?
cannon, they talk, they quack like a cannon. But they look like cannons, but they're not. Actually, you have it. I don't know if you guys have actually ever taken a real close look at
Big guy
it.
slingshots.
Yes, big slingshots. No.
So what are they?
I don't think we would
You
even.
haven't even looked at them.
Yeah.
You say, oh, look, there's doors on the side of the boat.
But,
I wonder what they are.
Well, but is there anything in front of them? Like, is there any armament stationed in front of those ports?
There are tubular things that are sticking out of them.
But
They
these are
look like
foreign.
cannons.
But these are foreign to us.
But yeah, they're foreign to you.
Okay.
You guys have been on this island, and sorry, but for generations now, no.
That's a fair answer.
Yeah.
That's fair. These strange devices are.
That's right.
Clogging the deck.
Nobody seems to be near these strange devices.
Perhaps we should just jettison them overboard, and because they're just in the way, aren't they?
No, we're not gonna.
No, we're not gonna do that. No, I think we need to deal with the issue at hand is that he and I are being laid siege to by this sojourn pirate crew.
Yes, yes, and in fact, among them is the giant Baron that you've seen before.
All right.
But he's kind of cool. He didn't attack us, did he?
I don't remember which
No,
one.
in fact, as he seems to be trying to restrain the crew to a
Right.
certain extent, yes. Are we still plummeting towards the ground?
No, we righted the ship, and then that's when
And you
I gave the crew
a stern,
a
talking
stern
Yeah.
finger shaking to. Yes.
Finger wagging.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I see. Well,
But-
the crew is once again charging down the deck towards you.
I'm gonna yell an alarm to everyone who's living on the ship who doesn't know that this is a dire situation on deck.
You know, have you ever wondered about those people in Star Trek that are on the lower decks, seriously, and then everything goes wrong, and then something blows up? I always felt badly, actually, as we do this whole aside, I just felt badly for lady in the Star Trek reboot who's like walking down the hallway and then a big gaping hole opens up in the ship and that's it.
I know exactly what you're talking about because they're just down there doing their jobs.
He's just doing their
And then
job.
all of a sudden the ship is upside down.
He's upside down, a big hole opens up and they're like
Sucked
floating
down
in
into
space.
space.
You're like, what?
Yeah, nobody comes over the intercom saying, the
Hang on to something.
the Klingons are about to shoot us. Right.
Yeah. Sorry for what you're about to go through.
Yeah.
Not thinking it like that.
Just a heads up.
The intercom says,
Anyway.
oh, heads up at
I
all.
think that's why they declare red alert.
Well, I
Well,
remember we were
ideally.
in the captain's cabin and some others were in there with us, and so I don't know if we can get up and leave.
Well, let's see. You were in the captain's cabin. You were in the captain's cabin. Where are you in the ship?
I don't remember. I want to say I was with you.
On deck?
Yes.
I
Yes.
felt like it was
Yeah.
just he and I that were on the, what deck? Is it the poop deck
Yes.
up here? Yeah. But you're more than welcome to be there.
Quarterback. There you go.
Quarterdeck, thank you. You're more than welcome to be on the quarterdeck with us, absolutely.
No, because that's where the ghosts are, so I'm probably not there.
Who is at the Sylph engine? Anybody?
That's what I thought she was, but
She's not. She's in the
Right,
captain's
the
Yeah.
captain's cabin.
Yeah.
then perhaps nobody was in the Sylph engine.
I'm
We were
thinking
going
that's
to go
probably.
there, but we ended up getting stopped by.
So I remember we were going to search the ship.
Oh, they drug us away. That's what happened.
Well, you guys were searching the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drug us off. So we were going to the Sylph engine,
Right.
and then we got drug off to the captain's cabin.
How much of this information is my character in possession?
You would probably know most of that.
Okay.
So I think
Okay.
you are still below.
I think I'm below deck.
My goodness, I do believe we are encountering Sojourn.
Sojourners. Tell them that you'll crash the ship if they don't leave you alone.
Very, very good. Yes, yeah, precisely. I shall make good this threat to destroy this ship upon the ground. Stir yourselves. As I menacingly angle the wheel. I'll do it.
I'll do it. You stop crazy enough. That's different from.
If this be your totem, indeed I will destroy it.
They stop halfway across the deck. Except the barroom continues forward toward it.
Is it
Okay.
threatening him?
Well, I believe we've encountered the Barrow as being on our side, a good guy.
His totem might not be the ship.
Well, it
So
might
it's
not
a
be-
different faction, right?
I can only destroy one thing at a time, I have to tell you.
See what he says.
You. What business have you up here on the quarter deck?
It was a mistake.
What precisely?
Sorry, it was a mistake.
Yes, that you would attack us and try to rob us of our lives? That was a mistake?
Ask him what mistake did you
It was
make?
a mistake. I am sorry.
Well,
Tell him he's
I,
forgiven and ask him.
yes,
what the
I
mistake is.
feel as though we have no recourse but to forgive the gentleman. Oh, yes, apology accepted. Water under the bridge, as they say. Shall we strike an accord? That
He reaches up here at the base of his neck as though trying to find something. And then he just repeats, it was a mistake. I'm sorry.
Have we found an amulet? And that
Well,
was-
no, let me ask this. The compass, I feel like the compass keeps coming up. You guys aren't there for me to ask this question, but the question would be, is there like a leather thong or something like that, so it could be draped around one's neck? So,
So have they released?
who hath the compass?
I don't know if we know that they even found a compass.
Well,
You guys know.
I don't know. Well, I'd like to extrapolate. Perhaps there's a key, perhaps there's a compass, perhaps there's an amulet. Does anybody know of any of these?
Well, are we still
We're
captive
still
down
down
there?
there.
I know, I'm yelling as
What are you
loud,
doing down
I'm
there?
yelling as loud as I can.
Well, you hear faintly some, apparently, there's some sort of noise going on above deck. It's annoying, but what can you do?
Well, I'll repeat what he says down the hatch that I'm probably clinging to with white knuckles.
Well, that you probably hear.
Any device or bauble that might drape around one's neck.
I'm gonna start looking through the cabin to see if there's
I'm gonna look
something
at the
that
compass.
matches that description.
There's several cabins down here, but there's the captain's cabin, which
Right.
has been searched, and the compass was found.
Okay,
Is it on a phone or anything?
No.
then I will go left, to the cabin to the left.
Well, we've been in, I think, 3 of the 4 main cabins.
Yes.
Okay, well, I will definitely go search the fourth.
Fourth cabin is very orderly. The floor is scrubbed clean.
That's for sure this guy. You clean the table the same way.
All right, I start looking for something that would drape around the neck of a barong, so it would have to be pretty big.
Yeah.
'Cause that
You find a piece of scrimshaw.
I don't know what that is.
So, go ahead. Sorry. Well, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a piece of
You
bauble.
just yell something, hey, I found this stuff, I don't know. What is scrimshaw?
Well, it's usually a bone that they carve a relief into to create a sort of an image on the bone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it
Something new every day?
Other stuff could be
It's usually
used, but
sailors
it's
did it.
sailors often did it at sea to occupy themselves. Some of it's very, very ornate. This one is particularly ornate, very carefully carved and detailed. The scrimshaw itself, the bone itself, is in the shape of a tear. But the image that is on it is of this particular ship. And the ship is at port in the scrimshaw.
I feel like we found
There's
that.
a
We
leather.
found some kind of scrimshaw.
I feel like I remember that script, but
Oh, it's on a phone.
perhaps somebody put it down and it's being rediscovered.
It's on a
Fantastic.
phone.
That's what it just said.
Yes.
Okay. All right, can I rush that up to him without running into the ghosts?
Yes, they're only halfway across the main deck.
Excellent. I will run that up to him. I found this.
Okay. Bro, what do they call you? I do not-
Setia.
Say again.
Setia.
Setia?
Setia.
Setia? Well done. Does this hold of any import to you? This device, this
He
bauble?
reaches out for it, but he can't seem to grasp it.
Ask him what port it is.
What port is this that is depicted here? This doesn't look like Haven.
Saint Emoron.
I whip out the map. Well, my goodness, that is quite a distance from here. Is that your home?
Far from home.
Well, yes, you are currently far from home. Is Saint Cimarron your home?
Emoron.
Perhaps that is an E. Emerald. Yes, my apologies, of course. How many days sail to get from here to Emerald, St. Emerald?
No,
No?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. I'm at a loss.
He's fading in front of you.
All right, so I think I'm going to hand him the scrimshaw.
He couldn't touch it.
He could touch it.
Just ask him if he
Well,
wants to go to him.
I will be remiss if you depart this mortal realm.
Perhaps if you put it on.
Sure, I'll drape it around my neck.
Okay.
And I'll will him to exist.
You place it around your neck and you have a vision of the dining table
Okay?
and the dining room down below.
Okay?
And you see the captain at the head of the table. you see a woman in this white dress at the side of the table. You see a young man in flowing hair who is across from the table. And you see the captain stand as you sweep into the room. And then the vision fades.
Okay. Now, who of us? I don't believe I saw it. Some of you here saw the vision of the captain, the woman, and the woman was actually accidentally killed by the captain
No,
in an
by the
exchange.
young man.
Oh, by the other man. That's what. Okay, yeah. But there was an exchange there, and she was.
The guy and the captain were mad at each other.
Yeah.
And he tried to stab the captain.
Yeah, he was going to
She-
look at him and she got in the way.
But we didn't see her.
No, I saw her.
Yeah, we did.
You saw her.
Well, regardless, anyway. So I believe this vision that I just received is another perspective of that event.
Yeah,
Is that I mean, I not having observed the event myself, it is purely speculation. But regardless, what is the significance of this vision?
I think that's
suffice to
where
say
it all
that-
went wrong.
Yeah, that a terrible misunderstanding took place inside that room.
Yeah.
Well, the Sojourn are certainly anxious to resolve some purpose.
It's probably maybe avenging the death of
Maybe.
I believe we are concluding that there's perhaps a love triangle that's taking place between.
That was my assumption.
Yeah, well, I believe that is a fair assumption. Was the woman not fine and fair?
Not when I found her.
Well, yes.
Yes, that's probably about right. Okay.
A little Galosian humor there, my good sir. Yes, indeed. Tragically, she's not fine and fair anymore. She was not in the vision. She appeared to be in the vision, did she not?
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I've never seen her.
Well, I have seen her now.
I've
Oh,
seen
yeah?
it.
Yeah, was she not?
She
Well,
was
yeah,
there.
that's okay. We agree. All right. Regardless, let's see. So but why would the entire crew rebel?
I think they
Like-
committed mutiny, and that's
Well,
their curse. And
sure.
They just want to get rid of it.
Okay. I
I mean,
agree. I
that's
agree.
my guess,
Yeah, I
right?
agree. I mean, what else? The crew didn't want to be out here. We saw a vision of the captain being pressed upon by his client to
Get to the
continue.
destination.
Yeah, to press
Can
on.
we leave the captain's
I can only imagine that. Yeah, the crew did not
Can we leave the
want
captain's
to press
Okay.
on.
No, I think the crew was mad that the captain
But
was.
there's still one disconnect, and that is why would how was the event that took place, the exchange that took place, how was that the catalytic event that precipitated this mutinous action? That I don't understand.
I think this is my out of the blue that the captain was deliberately not arriving at the destination because he was in love with the woman or having an affair with her or whatever.
Well, we agree that there's a
And
lot
that
of
the
taking
crew
place.
finally figured it out that we're not lost or whatever. The captain's just jacking us around.
Sure,
We're going to take the ship.
extending the length of this voyage just so you get that.
Right. So we're going to take the
That's-
ship, complete the voyage, drop these guys off, and then
Okay, that's fair.
that's
fair.
my guess. That's my guess.
Well,
Perhaps they didn't get paid until they arrived,
Maybe.
and they were impatient.
Well, and the
Well, the
woman,
guy was out of money too.
and the woman had all that luggage. Maybe they're taking her to where he was from.
That young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So are you leaving the cabin?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Sylph engine.
but that doesn't change the fact that the only thing we've ever heard from the spirits is home.
Yeah,
So
they
you-
all seem to want to go.
Who is holding the compass?
She has the compass. She
You
caught
have
it.
the compass. As you step from the captain's cabin into the dining room, the dining compartment, you have this vision that overwhelms you for a moment. You can see the captain at the head of the table. You can see this young man to his right with the flowing hair. And the young man is yelling at the captain, "We have a bargain. You've made a bargain. You've been paid. You must continue on." you can see the young woman on the other side of the table. And you can see the doors breaking open from the main deck.
Can I see who's coming through? Like, it's
No,
the
there's
crew.
the end.
So maybe the,
The mutiny was underway at that point?
well, maybe the crew was done with
I
the
assume
voyage.
you communicated the fish to us. I don't want to assume, but
You assume, I'm sorry.
I don't want to assume that you just communicate what you, the vision that was just.
Yeah, I immediately.
Yeah. So,
Information with you, and I'm like, do we need to go up and share the information with everyone else?
well, there's still a disconnect in that why would the crew be mutinying against the captain when the captain is telling his client, we can't continue? Obviously, he was objecting that they were not going to continue. Why would the crew then be mutinying? The captain would be delivering the
Maybe-
news that they want to be delivered at that
Maybe
point.
they were going to some super scary place, and when they found out where they were going, they're like, we're not going there.
Right, but I believe her vision indicated that the captain was telling the client,
We're not going.
we're not going there, that's what the crew would want. So there had to be a different.
Yeah, there's got to be
There
something.
has to be another substantive reason to cause the crew, precisely community. So we're still missing.
Assuming that they were on their way somewhere, 'cause maybe they were on their way home, and where they were from.
We
The crew
can't assume that they were on their way to a specific place. Suffice to say, the client wanted this ship to go someplace, whether that was home or some treacherous destination. Who knows?
And the crew wanted to go there.
The crew, I think we're landing on the assumption that wherever they were going, they didn't want to go there
When they found
for
out.
whatever the reason was.
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay. Well, after you have that vision, then we should probably go meet up with everybody to let them know about that, and then we can continue what we were going to do.
But
So then we're gonna go find them up on the
Well-
quarter deck.
no matter what the reasons for the mutiny, no matter what events, what drama was taking place between the captain, the client, and then the woman, all of that is secondary to the fact that the only way that the sojourner are going to be satisfied is until their unfinished business is dressed, and their unfinished business
Seems
to this point is home.
But that's for the crew.
That's for the crew. Yes, I understand that. So this ship will not be expunged of these presences until that takes place. But where home is,
You probably got to drop the young man off where he was trying to go.
Sure.
Let that play, and then go home, right?
sure, but the crew's going to fight us the entire time. They're not going to.
Unless we're going home.
Unless we're going home. That's the only thing that, if you recall, they set the course for home. If you recall, the reason why they attacked us was because in a moment of experimentation, I just shifted our heading 2 degrees.
Oh, yeah. That's
Remember?
right.
I just wanted to see what would happen if we shifted our heading 2 degrees.
And they freaked out.
That's what caused them to charge us and
Yeah,
attack
I
us.
forgot about that.
So obviously, the ship is on a heading towards home.
Is it heading towards St. Emron?
Well, we have no idea where it is. I mean, you have a compass out now, so I can potentially extrapolate with the compass where we're going. But that doesn't change the fact that wherever it's going, and wherever this spiritual crew is, spectral crew is insisting that we go, we have not the provisions to survive that journey.
Yes.
We have no water, we have no food. Which obviously this crew does not care about that minor detail.
Maybe we do. We haven't searched the ship.
I feel like the ship has been hovering over the mountain range of Cran for untold, decades, if not.
I don't know, that's a good question.
Supplies have.
It's been a while since we've eaten. Are we hungry?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would imagine at one point we had enough supplies to handle our own. And this is one of the fun fuzzy rules you can maintain in role playing games is minor details like supplies. As long as you're in the vicinity of obtaining supplies, they're obtainable. But once you are stranded somewhere,
So which
That
We
is
should
a whole other
find wherever they're storing the hardtack.
what
That's what we
direction are we
should
flying?
Let's do it. We're gonna head to the galley.
I don't want to be that negative Nancy, but I'm confident you're going to find a pile of dust down there. But please go. Yeah, absolutely.
What
And if
direction are we flying?
Checking the
Maybe
compass.
look for-
While these two are headed down,
That's a long
They've
time.
got the compass.
might I have the compass, please?
We're always trying to take my whole
Just tell us what capture we're flying.
What do you want? Just tell me, fine.
You can hold the
All
company.
right, while they're checking out I'm going to attempt to chart us out here.
I'm gonna go down and look for food because it's dangerous on deck.
Absolutely. Where's everyone
Oh,
going?
look for food.
I'll stay on deck.
You guys can stay on deck. We're gonna look for food.
So us three will go kind of search and look for food, I guess.
Go down below deck.
Yeah.
Go down.
There's just says 200-year-old sea rations.
Boy.
Yeah, it's
Heart attack lasts forever.
it does not last
Hey,
forever.
her
Pretty much lasts
Her
forever.
dresses were in perfect condition, right? So it may be that the heart attack's magic.
Yeah, oh yeah, maybe there is honey.
Yeah.
That's what I would really want, is to find some magic. Boy, when you're at sea, there's nothing like.
Well, there's
A
that.
little
Okay.
thing that says, a little tag that says, "Eat me."
Didn't we have some dragonborn that just got murdered?
Yeah, we have a bunch of dead dragonborn.
We're not going to eat dragon. Are you suggesting that the Dragonborn is so pragmatic that cannibalism is totally on the table as an option?
They're not the same species.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, what
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I have to say that over the
See,
course of
other
this
red
adventure,
dragon.
this group has really done some strange
I
stuff.
mean,
Burn
have you
down
fried
libraries,
alligator?
sure, why
Alligators
not?
good. It probably tastes
Throw
good.
dead Dragonborn over the rail just to see if they hit and how long it takes for them to make a sound.
Now that was science. That's
We
good.
got valuable
That's science,
information.
all right?
All right. So do we find the galley?
You do find the galley. The galley is, one deck below.
And can we find any?
Well, actually, not in the galley per se. No. Most of the food would be in stores, which would be 2 decks below.
Okay. All right, let's go 2 decks below.
Ooh, if we see rats, that's a good sign.
You can also eat rats.
Yeah, well, if there are rats, that means there is food, and at the very least, we could eat the rats.
Well, the ship was anchored to a mountain, so there could be rats on there.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah, we could have run up the anchor cord, anchor line,
Okay.
While we search.
but they were probably.
What are you searching?
I'm searching
I
for
feel like they
anything.
would sense the.
Anything general. You go down to the stairs. You pass the silt engine, actually, as you go down.
We'll peek at it. Has it changed?
Oh, it's in perfect repair.
Really?
What? What an engineer.
Spectral
Yes.
rats, delicious. Tastes just like
It's in perfect repair.
Wow.
Because we're heading home, I guess.
Yes. That's neat.
You go down another deck, it's very dark down here. It's hard to see anything at
Can you
all.
cast a little light? Maybe?
Oh yeah, I can cast a light.
You cast light,
Yeah. Well, it's an illusion or light thingy. Yes.
something leaps up
Uh-oh.
from the
Is it a
floor.
rat?
What do you do?
Is it
I hope it's a rat.
R-E-S?
I hope it's a rat.
What do you do?
Tackle it.
Well, is it big or little?
Can you see it?
I'm gonna reach out and smack it away from her.
It's wide, short.
Oh, it's a dwarf.
Is it?
Oh.
Is it my guy?
Send the light over to it. Send the light to it to see.
It's cowering in the corner.
Oh.
It is your guy.
I'm gonna give him the biggest hug he's ever had.
It's fine. Yes, he's down the bottom.
You're not
of the
there.
ship.
I know I'm not there. That's why I haven't done this as well.
Okay.
I'm going to warn him that the crazy bard's on deck. You might
Okay.
do you have any of that, like, oatmeal left?
No, there's nothing here.
Have you searched the area?
Oh, he has searched everywhere looking for something to eat. There is nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Is there anything else down there that we need to?
Is there anything?
Well, there's
you'd like-
something banging in the compartment forward, but
Oh, that's right.
he's not really been interested in opening the door.
Oh.
Let's go let the
Let's
other
go
dwarf
open the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name? Twine? Okay. Hey, Twine. You can walk behind me. Okay, stay behind me.
twine falls in line behind you.
Okay.
Yes, he is, if nothing else, an obedient. Sorry.
Well, I just thought he might feel better than walking in front of me.
Sure.
Let's go open that door.
Do you want to open the door?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're big. Open the door.
I opened the door.
You might.
She opens the door and I jump to the side, draw my weapon ready to protect against whatever.
If it's an animal, that's very good.
Twine is edible.
Torn ready.
We found
You
food.
don't have to be faster than the monster, just faster than twine.
Yeah.
She loves how players love their NPCs.
Yes, it's very important.
I think I'm the only one that loves this NPC.
Spiders.
Spiders.
Spider.
Well,
Big.
Spiders.
How big?
yeah,
Spiders that were big enough to knock.
yeah. Now I ask the most
I've
important
been
question.
scratching around in there, maybe. Actually, yes, they would have been banging against the walls.
We're looking for something edible.
They're looking for something edible. They're
You can eat
big. They're also unusual spiders, and they have a blue hue, a light blue hue to them, and wings.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if those, we could eat those. Okay,
So do we know if they're poisonous or do we
I would
recognize
just
their
assume that they're
species?
You
poisonous.
have never seen anything like this before.
Spiders are venomous, not poisonous.
Sorry, venomous.
What are those?
A fine distinction at this point, since you're up on deck and they're in the bowels of the ship.
I shoot one with a sling.
What if they're?
I'm gonna
Maybe we
stab
could
one
talk
with
to
my.
him first.
Do I-
No,
do I
I doubt it.
I'm
I don't
thinking a
like it.
roll for initiative is probably in order at this point.
Does she
People
have it?
down below.
Yeah,
The sword?
yeah, right there.
Can I have my die? Thank you.
That's the precise.
What do
I rolled a natty.
Wow.
Initiative. Was it?
I'm gonna go and swing. Is it strength? Is that? Or dexterity?
You got a scimitar.
She didn't say.
I got a 23.
Curved.
So I'm gonna
like a
shoot.
hay thing?
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot one.
That's so bad.
Plus 3.
All right.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
strike
You're
just a
first.
punch.
What are you shooting it with?
A sling.
A sling.
Do I just add dexterity to it? Is that what I do?
Can I use that?
How many spiders are we talking about?
22. Is
Well,
that add
it's
dexterity?
dark in here. It's hard to tell.
How many sets of 8 eyes do you see glowing back at you?
Am I going to do the business at this point? I don't think
I'm not
so.
there. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there.
Dozens, thousands?
I hit an AC 22, and I'm going to.
We're up top.
How many
Do
eyes evenly divisible
7
by 8
damage.
do you?
7 damage. All right. The first one takes 7 points of damage. It is clawing its way out of the opening. Skittering out of the opening into your compartment. There
Hey,
are
Drew, just
more
what a
moving
pleasant day
behind
to say, wouldn't you say?
Can we close the door?
You know what ruined
No
this?
one's trying to
Spiders.
Spiders will absolutely ruin
There's a low
this.
initiative.
You have
It's a good thing they're on.
And then
Wouldn't you say?
you're thinking, oh, look, spiders coming out. I'm going to close the door. Yeah, that's a good idea. While you're thinking about this, spiders are coming out of the door. Who's next in the initiative?
I got a 20.
I'm 23.
Then you go next.
You go.
Okay. I'm gonna do, what should I roll?
You roll your d20.
To hit with, yes.
And what weapon are
Ooh. Are you backstabbing a spider?
No, doesn't matter.
No, she's not back stabbing Spider.
No, no. If she threw it at the deck, she would have missed.
See, I see. That's not good.
Well, what if I don't want to stab a spider?
Next.
It's all
I
bad.
want to make a
You-
swing for the
ew,
door.
It's all
I want to make a swing for the door.
Okay, well, she
Well,
probably.
you missed the door.
17.
17 hits.
You didn't even have a weapon.
Yeah, I do. I have a sword.
Oh, okay.
Are you attacking the one that's been damaged or
Yes.
another one?
This is
One
what I
that's-
got from the
9
heart.
points.
What do you do?
9 points ball. Squish.
Okay, he squishes.
Awesome.
You stick into the wall.
Does it
Does
look
the door
edible?
close?
Not in the
I would
slightest
not.
feeling.
I would
Even for
not
a dragonborn?
Are they too
even
big to
to a
step
bear.
on?
Wow.
What's that?
Are they too big to step on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, no, you can technically step
But
on
not
them,
to kill it.
but no, it won't
Okay.
squish it.
Are they cat sized, dog sized, me sized?
Me sized.
I imagine like a
They're
large
about
cat.
yeah, fairly large
Like
cat.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Large cat?
That's
That's a big spider.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I was thinking rat size. That's a lot bigger. That's
Three
right.
more have crawled out and are moving across the wall and the ceiling.
You guys have fun with this.
You
Yeah, we're gonna
try to
enjoy
close
the
the
day.
door.
Can I close? I try to close
Wind
the
in our hair.
Try to close the door. Roll a 20.
6.
That's
Oh, 9.
Yes. Yes. Female company would be
12.
quite delightful.
You are
Yes.
pulling the door closed, but it's not quite there yet. There's like a spider in the way. Pull really hard.
Do I roll again?
Yes.
12.
plus.
15.
15.
Fine.
Opposed. Oh.
Yes,
But you do manage to pull it here and cut the spider in half.
Well,
But there are a few more spiders who
that's
come
for
out
sure.
and are moving across towards you.
Elf's elegance is unsurpassed.
Okay.
But
Is it a new round?
there are
Okay.
those that are commonly.
I'm gonna take a shot at another one. Oh, attack.
Staying in the same initial sorry?
There are those that are
I got an
not those that are just
18.
as common. Humans, dragonborn.
And that'll be 5 damage.
Completely out.
Okay,
Yeah.
5 damage.
Yeah,
Look
of course,
at
yes.
it's leaking a little bit.
Get that one. It's bleeding.
Hey, what do you do?
Just need to speak too harshly, sir, but to each his own, I suppose.
Okay, which one? New one or one that's been wounded? She wounded one.
It's difficult.
30.
Okay, new one.
Oh, is it now?
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
Society has you put upon.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Everyone
do you have
expects,
right here. You should
like a
get a,
mage to boot.
an
Maybe a
attack
weapon?
bonus next to your
Everyone
weapon.
expects you to be able to do anything.
Greatness, yes,
Yes, of course.
The call to greatness.
It should say like the weapon name and
Yeah,
then
in
the
the
next
middle
cost
column.
plus.
Sure.
Next to your, do you have a weapon there?
However do you persist?
I have a sword.
It's
but it
I
doesn't
just
work.
rolled a 6.
Oh, okay.
You are
So I got
actually,
sneak attack, 1d6.
That should
I sense a mocking tone.
your roll should hit.
well, perhaps I jest with you,
Yeah.
of course, but that is only because we are bosom companions. That's why.
Of course.
How do I tell what?
Just think about this though.
On that one, top one,
expected.
3.
3.
Of course.
3
As
points of damage.
someone
All right,
who
this one is
is
going to
expected
shiver across the ceiling.
Some not.
Some most, I would say. Yeah.
20. I got a 20.
20. New one or no, or one that's been wounded? There are 3
Outside
left.
of
Oh, there.
military.
They're only
The one in the
20.
ceiling.
Yes, I think.
All right,
of course.
Yes.
there were, all right.
Dwarves, as long as they
7
don't
points.
bleed.
Wow, 7 points of damage.
That's
You managed to
good,
take a
yes.
good swipe out of 2 and do some damage out of that as well.
Trees.
It leaps off of the ceiling and it attacks you.
Yes! Spider-Bait.
Don't get up out
What would be the point?
Fine. Spider leaps off of the ceiling. Its legs reaching, claws reaching out for your face as it is trying to attack you, and you slip aside at the last moment, and it goes right past you and lands on actually the knife that you threw on.
You know what to kill I think I shall curl up in this corner.
Does do damage to
I'll
itself.
take that.
It seems to be
Fantastic. Very well
stuck
done.
there, actually, for a moment. You pulled the door shut. What do you do next?
Go after one of them.
Roll to hit.
It's going to be 20 with that modifier.
19.
Nice. Do some damage for me.
Okay, the damage is going to be that plus 3.
Randomly.
This?
Look at what
6.
A bottle of wine. Oh, fantastic.
Where's the
Salute to you, sir.
Healthy one, and
Indeed.
one that's stunned on the floor.
Stunned or
Oh
dead?
my goodness, I
I
have
thought it was dead.
Cheese. Suck on
The
it.
last of the cheese is that.
But it's not dead.
Would you care for some cheese?
Absolutely.
Wounded one.
Okay. All right. Well, they're all wounded in some condition. There's one, two of them are on the walls and the other one is stuck on the floor.
The one on the wall.
You do manage, what are you using to hit?
Too much, man.
Mace.
Mace, wow. Wham! Splash this butt against the wall. It's making a pretty big fire. You will not be cleaning this off with a little tissue.
So gross.
This is definitely going to leave a stain.
Pretty sure we can eat these.
They should give that a heart with a
We can drink these.
New round.
What if you try and burn one and then if it
Oh,
smells
wait.
good?
No, the one attack, there were two more to attack. From the wall, from the wall, it is leaping, it is jumped to the floor and is attacking you.
Who's that? Who?
Missed. The other one from the wall is attacking you. What's your AC?
18.
Okay, missed.
We are lucky these spiders are not good at jumping.
New round. Meanwhile, by the way, upstairs on the quarterdeck,
Oh, we've already got our thing taken care of. We're good.
Yeah, we've been
We've
having a nice conversation.
Wonderful, we have wonderful philosophical debate on what races are most put upon as far as expectations concerned. He found what was left of his bottle of wine. I found what was left of my wedge of cheese, and we're enjoying a nice little picnic on deck.
excellent.
So-
while we're enjoying this picnic, the rest of the spectral crew has begun advancing again toward the quarterdeck.
I'm going to cast light on my staff, and I'm going to point it toward them.
Is the brung has faded away completely? Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll grasp the wheel and threaten again, as I have threatened in the past. And select one of your number to represent you, and he may advance.
We're going to use parliamentary procedure on the pirate crew.
The mutinous
It's either that, or I smash the ship into the earth. I don't know what to tell you. It's one or the other.
We're having a combat here.
I don't know that.
They are not stopping.
Stay back. My magic is strong. I will destroy you.
Still headed in the wrong direction or?
Did you put 2 degrees back on?
Yeah.
I don't recall that we.
My staff is
I don't
gone.
recall that we recovered that. No.
Turn it back.
Sure. I'll correct
That was
the
my left
heading.
right?
I'll correct the heading back to home, where it was before I shifted it 2 degrees, so 2 degrees back.
Yes.
Does that appease them?
No, not in particular. They're pretty outraged and are starting to come up the ladders on either side.
Can't eat cheese on the quarterdeck, everyone knows that.
I look at your representation. I'm sorry, but I have to nose down this ship again.
Oh, I'll live.
Grasp a hold.
Yes.
And
I got hold.
Dude, what? I'm about to be overrun.
Once again,
We're about to be overrun.
much to your dismay, everything lurches forward, of course.
Sure.
You guys down below have no idea that this was taking place, and so you fall forward toward the bulkhead where the spiders are.
Isn't she an ogre or something? Well, she might smash
You'll
someone.
land on it and
Yeah.
Well, let's see how that works. Lurching forward from his unexpected motion.
Oh, shut up. I should have her roll.
17.
I should have her roll.
Lurching forward from his unexpected motion, you launch yourself off the deck.
Did someone reach to grab her?
Well, down
You're inside.
to this.
Yeah, you're inside the ship, so it's not like she's flying off.
Okay.
Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, you
No, they're down below decks. They're actually near the keel at this point, and you launch yourself at one of the
I am a
spiders.
man of my word, as a man of honor would be.
That's epic.
That's right. I forgot.
There's this horrible wet sound.
I can clean it,
And
don't
I
worry.
don't think that's ever going to come out. That's just Don't. You pitch forward. Please make a dexterity check for me.
Alright, so it's a 20.
Oh,
and you
it's up to
can add
5.
your dexterity.
Oh, you and I, yes.
Yes.
21.
I would like to point out that is your cheese and wine.
Fortunately,
Was it? Was that
forward,
what
you did not reopen the door, going into the door, but managed to catch yourself on the frame. You are pitching forward.
I got a 19 for dexterity.
Excellent. So you managed to catch yourself as the ship pitches forward.
This time.
This
Last time I
time.
did not.
Meanwhile, on the main deck, the deck has pitched forward, but for some reason the spectral crew has not been affected by the change. It is standing vertical on relative to the deck and is continuing to move in your direction.
Oh.
Okay, I'll right the ship then. I suppose this is where we die. I'll right the ship and draw my rapier.
But they should be running out of life force pretty soon.
Well, from your lips to the god's ears.
Are they
You
trying
could
to
try.
I wish they would run out of life force.
Oh,
My
it's
goodness.
You could try leaving.
Yeah, why don't you
Leaving
run
what?
downstairs?
Why don't you sing
Leaving
to
the
him?
place.
Run down to where we are.
Downstairs.
Now, okay, so are they coming up one staircase?
Yes.
So this
Well,
one's
they're coming
clear?
at both sides.
Yeah, they're coming up.
Oh, they're coming up
yeah,
both sides.
I believe we're
It's not
trapped.
that big a jump.
You could, yeah, you just could jump.
Well, sure.
Come on, man up.
You guys deal with the spiders. We'll deal with the spectral crew. How about that?
Or slide down the railing.
Do you have a rope?
Oh, there you go. You
yes,
could-
I have a rope.
Did you hear her? You could slide down the ring.
Not when the ship's vertical.
No, I write the ship now. So, and I draw my rapier. Shall we prepare to make a stand?
What if
I think you should entertain him.
you could like...
Play to your skills.
Entertain them?
It ain't fighting.
I don't think they're interested.
Do it, Jake.
They're not a very captive audience.
If this is where we die, I must say, I wish I was dying with someone else.
But let us just resign ourselves to our fate, shall we? Shall I take one stairway and you the other?
You're not even gonna try and
There's nowhere to run.
jump.
We're here. Jump there. They're crowding this deck.
Smash a hole
They're
in
not
the
up to
floor
that
and
deck
drop
yet.
through.
They're not up to
That is
that.
Great thick plank.
Why don't
There is an option. We can
Why don't you guys
Like over. Yes. Well, that's certain
My
death.
magic will keep us
go up the
alive.
backstay?
The backstay?
Yeah,
Oh, the rigging.
Oh, scamper up the backstay?
yeah.
Okay. Yes. We shall ascend.
To the rigging?
There it is.
Very well.
No orangutans out here.
Didn't Errol say that?
You all
to the
come
rigging?
back up on deck.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm bringing part of that spider.
Where's the
You
last
see that
spider?
the crew is charging forward and that these guys are scampering up the rigging.
Looks
Yes.
like they got it handled.
Where's that cheese? Oh, look, cheese.
There might be a.
I may have frost one of them. Does it do anything? Or does it just pass right through?
What if you
Well, it makes
cast
your
an
deck
illusion?
Okay.
Aaliyah, can you cast
Last.
an illusion or something?
Does
Why
that
do you have spiders on the ship?
I can.
end in a...
Like, can you make them disappear so
Rations.
they can't see them?
They're spectral spiders.
Rats, okay.
So a weapon's no good against him, right? We've tried
You
that.
don't know, you can attack them.
Yeah, we've not actually tried to attack them, but
No, I've
I just
attacked
did.
them.
I tried to shoot magic at him and it did nothing.
just pass right through them.
I don't know if it's effective, but you can, I mean,
Well, I
they-
mean, we've got him between us. Should we attack?
We could do, or
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, start.
You come up on deck. You draw weapons. And they vanish.
Okay. Good.
The only sound is the creaking in the rigging. From the two guys that are up there swinging from the
Yeah,
rope.
yes. We will make our descent.
Excellent. So it looks like we scared them off.
Yeah,
What are you
yes,
guys doing up
yes,
there?
well done, well done. It was a strategic withdrawal.
Yes.
Is what it was. Yeah.
look at the spider we found below decks.
Look, it has wings.
There's a room full
Well,
of them.
that is truly a horror.
Yes.
Is the,
But, you know, a
You
rat
just-
problem is solved.
is
You
the
dispatched them, I assume. You are here. They are
However,
announced.
Klein is here.
yeah.
Oh, and 22.
Oh, yeah. Right behind me.
Try to avoid. I run up, fall to my knees, just hug him. Twine, this blood, is this yours? Is this another's?
I understand.
I cast Cure Light Wounds on him, whether he needs it or not.
He's looking pretty much confused at this point, but okay.
I told you, did I not promise you I would come for you, Twine?
No?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Decorum, Alistair. Decorum, please.
You're humiliating yourself.
On the contrary, I'm excited that my companion, my
Spider.
dearly sought after butler is good and safe and in good hands now.
Okay.
Have you any
If you see
food?
spiders, what does it mean?
What's my sense on how
It's
many
okay.
spiders were in that room?
We will find the means to
It was pretty
reprovision
hard,
soon.
hard to get a gauge on how many are in there.
What was it
So
called?
4 came out.
4 came out.
Pretty sure there were
before
more
she
in
shut
there.
the door.
Well,
And
there's
she
still
cut one in
noise in
half,
there.
right?
All right.
Was,
That is
They
true,
vanished,
in the door.
which means that
so
probably
is
out
that
of.
5?
Juice,
Or is
so,
that-
yeah,
So
strength or what have you, yes.
now is the time to
Spiders
turn the
can
ship
be
where we
like a lot,
want.
right? So it's probably a lot.
These might be the babies too.
Well, I was, before these
Yeah.
went down below deck, figuring our position.
So Twine is, what are we doing?
It's fine, that is an astute question.
Twine,
indeed.
you have searched the whole ship for food and found none.
That's helpful.
You're looking for food?
We want food.
Well, we should land.
Yes.
We don't know where we are.
Fine, this is why I keep you around. Yes, we should land.
You never know.
All right, let's
Yeah.
I was working on charting our position when these went downstairs. So, I mean, was I successful in identifying?
Well, the
or-
fact that the compass is just moving around and around and
Oh,
around.
oh, yes, okay. Well, I'll put it in my pocket or hand it.
Oh yeah, everything's all misty around
Yes,
us, right?
your compass is useless.
You have the scrimshot and the compass?
Well, no, she has the compass back,
Oh,
but
she's
I
got
did have the scrimshot at the same time as I did have the compass. Yes.
Oh.
Well, if the compass is going around, that means something.
Then you
is
had a
messing with it.
vision, if you had both of those on.
Oh well, I did. Yes, I was. The scrimshot was around my neck when she handed me the compass.
Which was just now.
Well, no, she handed me the compass before they went below deck.
Oh, okay.
So I had a vision,
Yes.
and I can't wait.
Everyone was around the table.
Everyone, the Barong, the
Barong,
captain, the
captain.
client, the woman.
Yes,
And the man.
Anyone else?
those 4.
Those 4. Okay, they're all around the table.
Yeah. The captain is standing up. The Barong is coming through the door. The young man is yelling at the captain. And the woman is crossing.
Crossing the room.
She's crossing around to where the captain is, back around to where the captain
Gotcha.
is.
Okay.
So it's the Baron that came through the door, not the group?
The Barong is the one that's in the vision, yes.
So
He
maybe
interrupted.
he led the mutiny.
Maybe he.
Well, he was apologizing. I mean, I didn't figure he was apologizing to us for. I figured he was apologizing to, for whatever situation he has caused. He's just trapped in a cycle. So yeah, perhaps he has realized that his mutiny attempt was poorly thought out. Would we agree?
We need more. To the puzzle.
I wonder.
Let's get the dress. The dress was the other.
Now, yes, the dress. Thank you. Yes,
Oh, that's a
that's-
good idea.
And the cutlass.
The cutlass. I was going to suggest, we keep seeing these visions of these 4 around that table. Perhaps we should
4 of
return.
us should reenact with the objects.
Yes.
I
Okay,
agree.
Yes.
here you go, guys. Someone asked if we.
Oh, fantastic. Winged spiders of a
Of course
blue
they have
hue.
spikes.
Fantastic.
There you go.
So, yes, I think we're really onto something here.
That's even more disgusting than I
Little
was.
cross spider.
No, that's about what I thought.
A frosty
So,
spider?
we have the Bronx totem.
Yeah.
We don't know for a fact that the cutlass is the captain's totem.
No, that's the young man's. I'm pretty
The
sure.
young man had,
Pretty sure.
okay, perhaps. We were pretty confident that the dress is the
Yeah.
woman's totem. The compass is the captain's totem?
That's my guess.
So, and we are in possession of all 4 of these?
Yes. We're gonna reenact.
Well, let me attempt one thing. Let's go down below deck.
Okay.
I feel like the visions become stronger when one individual has multiple of these totems at the same time.
Maybe.
You're
You're going to put on the dress?
I will drape it about my arm, but I will not don it.
Oh, I think you
No,
guys
I am a
put it
man
on.
of dignity.
Come on, all in.
Except when you see it.
Can I not be excited? Can I not have that to see my friend? No.
Well, you can be excited.
So what are you doing?
Anyway, we went upstairs. We are collecting these 4 totems, and you have the compass at the moment. I have the scrimshaw. Who's got the cutlass?
Okay, so you got the scrimshaw. You go over to where he was coming around the corner. You got the compass.
Well, before we do that, I just want to test this intense
put all 4
vision
together?
theory. real quick.
Okay, put all
So,
4 of them together. The cutlass, we just left it in his cabin, so I assume
Okay.
it's still there.
We go. Who wants to go fetch the cutlass?
It's right next to it's in one of these
I'll
cabins.
go grab it.
Fantastic.
I'll grab
So
the
we get the dress. She
So I
comes back
have
with
the
the cutlass.
and the compass.
You have the compass. I have the
So do I have
scrimshaw.
the
Well,
vision?
you've already got 2, so let's put the dress in your arms, and here's the scrimshaw. Now you have all 4.
Do you have a vision?
I'll put the dress on.
And then we all just stare at you.
Okay, so you have
All 4.
all 4 of the items. You are in the dining area.
That's where we are.
All of you are.
Yeah.
All of you see the vision. The ghosts all materialize around this. The 3 of the ghosts materialize around the table. The young woman is wearing a white dress with no stain. The captain is at the head of the table. The young man is arguing with them. You've been paid. We've settled your debts. Take us to where you said you would go. And the captain is replying, I can't. The crew is wise to our plan. They will not take us there. The young man insists and draws his cutlass on the captain in an effort to force him. As he is doing so, the captain draws his own cutlass. The woman is crossing in front of the captain, trying to protect the young man. The captain is shouting, you only abducted her. You promised her marriage, but you are just abducting her from the governor of the city. As the argument continues, the barong enters the room with the mutinous crew from behind. As he does so, he distracts the captain and he distracts the young man who turns. And the captain goes to thrust his blade into the young man, but the woman steps in front of the blade. Now the ransom that the young man wanted is no more. He cannot deliver her. The captain is doomed because he's lost his way. Barong had mutinied. And the young woman, in her innocence, had believed the wrong man. Each of their totems is fulfilled. Outside, the ghostly crew breaks through the door behind you and stops. There's this moment of silence as the mists around the ship dissipate and vanish into a clear sky. But the crew is still there. And they turn with their blades in hand, turn them upside down in their grip, and then hold them to their chest as they face you. And the barong, watching the captain vanish and the woman vanish and the young man vanish, the barong turns to you and says, Captain, take us home. That's the end. Yay! And apparently a spectral crew. How long that'll last, I don't know.
Until we resolve wherever home is.
It would be nice if you were to actually go back, however, and get the scepter that you had promised to do
Right.
that long ago and keep the island from all out.
Yeah, descending into chaos and anarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice if these people that agreed to do it would do it.
Oh, chat's clapping too, that's good.
Wow, fantastic.
And good news, and good news too, because as you will eventually figure out, the ship doesn't have cannons per se, but they do have sylph projectors that will allow you to vent sylph as a weapon.
Silver is so expensive.
Sure it is.
We need
So-
some silver.
We do.
Thank you, I thought that was fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I guess that's it for this evening, isn't it?
Mhm.
Is there anything else needs to be said?
Oh, just thank you for doing the adventure with us out there. I know
Yes.
we appreciate you as a group, and we're going to have our summer hiatus, so we can do some conventions and.
Yes, we're going to go to some conventions. However, stand by because we're going to actually be doing Dragonhearth live from those conventions.
That's right.
Oh, cool.
So we may not be appearing here every Wednesday, but we'll get you notice as to when we are going live, and we will see you here. So until next time, thank you everybody, and I guess publish peace. We will see you here again soon. Bye.